Warriors fans, there's a trade circulating online. The Warriors bring back a great three-point shooter, a very lengthy, tall three-point shooter. Maybe you sacrifice some defense, but helps the team much more offensively. Would you make that trade? We're going to break it down for you. In addition, a former Warriors player is killing it overseas, and there's some chatter about bringing him back to our team. Good idea or bad? We're going to break it down for you. Randy Silver here on Warriors Digest. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. If you haven't, look how close we are to 1,000. It means so much to get there because we can unlock a bunch of channel perks for you when we hit 1,000. And it means so much to us to grow this reach. Please subscribe if you're not there. It helps us grow the channel. Let's get it. Warriors blockbuster proposal trade, $180 million shooter for Andrew Wiggins. So we're giving up Wiggins, meaning someone in their prime, had a little bit of a down year. Great defender, above average shooter, but just did not have a good year. So who would we make that trade for? The reports say Michael Porter Jr., the Nuggets small forward champion. In the middle of a 5-year, $180 million contract, a bit expensive, did not have his best postseason, especially in that series against the T-Wolves, that last game against the T-Wolves. He said, my fault, I just shot the ball really bad. I mean, who else do we talk about like that? I have to say Klay Thompson against the Kings, goose egg. So it happens to shooters, but he's still 25. Michael Porter Jr., he's in his prime, or not just getting to his prime. He's around 6'10". He can shoot the ball 40% from three. He's not the best defender. I think with a defensive-minded coach really pushing him, can get better at it. He needs to be motivated. Can not play the Wiggins defense, but by being 6'10", 6'11", he can play multiple positions and help us out. And he has a lot more in the tank than Wiggins does at this point. The trade, Wiggins, Moody, future first-round pick for Porter Jr. Why Wiggins? As I just said, he didn't have a good season. Career low, 13 points, 45% shooting, 35% from three. Let's look at Porter Jr. stats from the season. Bottom line, 48% field goal percentage versus 45. 3-point, 39%. Wiggins was at 35. And then we look at points per game, 16.7 to 13.2. So instantly he becomes better across the board based off of last season's stats. He's getting you 6 rebounds a game, almost a block, half a steal a game. He's getting you 7 rebounds a game this season. Relatively healthy. Had those back injuries in college, sat out a lot, had to get surgery. But look at that again. Played basically every game this season. Last season started 62 out of 62 games, so missed about 20. Normal for an NBA player. And he's only 25. When we look at the actual salary here, so Wiggins, we're coming into 24, 25, has 3 years left on this contract. 26, 28, 30. Then again, you throw in Moody. That's another $5 million. So it's around $30 to $35 million in contract each year. When we look at the Fanspo trade simulator, this works. So again, around 30 to 35 million. Porter's at 35 million. Around there, cap impact is 3.7. So our cap goes up a bit, but you're getting these stats right here. When we look at the Denver payroll, again, 35 million, 38 million, 40 million, it goes up. Salary cap goes up every year, so it'll stay relatively in the same percentage. Jokic is locked in for a long time. Murray's going to get a supermax next year, so they need to be able to pay him. KCP is a player option. Maybe he keeps it, and if they trade MPJ, he becomes a starter along with Aaron Gordon. Reggie Jackson, backup point guard, is on the player option. He probably goes. Christian Braun is really the go-to guy for Denver, 6-man off the bench. So if they get Moody, it gives them someone else young to help and come in, fills the gap they have, and we really get a gap filled by getting MPJ. So our starting 5 with MPJ becomes Steph. Kuminga moves to 2, MPJ 3, Draymond 4, Trace Jackson Davis 5, and then you go ahead and have Brandon become your backup point guard. Now we have pretty good size, not going to lie, around the arc. Last year, sometimes it was Steph and Steph and Chris Paul. Not that big back there. Now you got Steph and Kuminga back there. Good size. Then you got MPJ. Come on. He's around 6'10" as your small forward. Here for us, he plays shooting guard because Draymond's a small forward. But, when Draymond's not playing, maybe he's hurt, hopefully not suspended, then he could slot him there. And you could have potentially Brandon go the 2, someone else come in and be the 2, and then Porter Jr. can drop to the 4. Cannot be Moody because he's a part of this trade. I think for Denver, this trade makes sense. It helps them out, gives them some salary cap, gives them a little bit more depth. For the Warriors, we get someone who's a three-point shooter, shoots at a high level, provides us some good length, rebounding, versatility on the wings. Maybe not the best defender, not at the Wiggins level, but motivate him. He has the ability to do it, can move his feet well. And then a new change of scenery. He's always talked about he enjoys being in Denver. The team there supports him really well. The whole Porter family has had some issues, unfortunately. One brother with Toronto has been expelled from the league, banned for life for sports betting. Another brother is in jail now for a DUI accident that, excuse me if I missay this, either killed somebody or seriously hurt. I want to say, unfortunately, killed somebody. So a lot of turmoil in the Porter life, and maybe a change of scenery with all that can help out him as well. But they both have 3 years on their contract left, Wiggins and Porter Jr., so it could be a nice little switch there. So comment your thoughts. Let me know if you think this is a good trade or a bad trade. You think there's other players in there. And please don't come at me in the comments and say, what are you doing? We see these online. We make it work. That trade to me works very fair. Comment your thoughts. Now, a player we don't need to trade for, who people are saying online, maybe, you know what? This would be a good idea to bring back. Cousins. When I say Cousins, who do I say? A renewed interest in former Warriors center following a stellar overseas performance. We're talking about DeMarcus Cousins. Yes, that man playing in Taiwan. Freak athlete. Was one of the best players in the NBA in his prime when he was with the Kings. Had the opportunity to be a Hall of Famer until, unfortunately, injuries derailed his career. Became a Warrior after signing after injury. Just never worked out with us the way you'd hope. Bounced around a bit. Left the league. Is now playing in Taiwan. And look at this. You may not know this. Second paragraph. Boogie led the Taiwan Beer Leopards, great name, to a 4-0 sweep over the Taipei Taishin Mars for the 2024 T1 league title. Averaged 25 points, 14 rebounds, and culminated in a 24 rebound double-double. 24-24? Yes, the competition isn't there. It's not the same level as the NBA, I get it. But still to go 24-24, you have to have skill. You have to have athleticism. You have to be able to play the game, and he can. Now the question is that game going to translate to NBA? Probably not. There's a reason why he's not in the league anymore. And he talked about as well, like, he hasn't played since 2021. Does his good play make him want to go back? His quote here basically saying, honestly, I'm in a good place in my life. I don't think about the past anymore. I'm only focused on now and the future. I had a great 12 years in the league, a chapter in my life, but I've moved on. So he's not looking to come back. I think he knows if he came back, he may have to go through the summer league. Probably not, because that's more for young players trying to get into the league. Then you become a flyer during training camp, maybe a 10-day contract type of player, Isaiah Thomas. So you'd rather be someone fighting for your life in the NBA, maybe being there, living in a hotel, or go be in Taiwan, be on the championship team, be the MVP of the finals, be a god out there, get all these endorsement deals in Asia, Taiwan, and be seen as one of the best. Dwight Howard talked about how much he loves playing out there. He now owns a team. We've seen other players go to Europe. Jimmer Fredette have done a great job. We see people come to the U.S. playing football. So Messi came over. You see Schweinsteiger come over. We've seen Zlatan come over. So many players come over. Suarez right now. And they're loving playing in the U.S. It's not the same level of competition where they were playing at earlier in the career, in the prime, but they're still able to play the game that they love, the game they've been playing since they were super young, and just have fun. They're making a bunch of money in a less pressurized environment. So I say, Boogie, stay in Taiwan, have a great time. You know, once a Warrior, always a Warrior. But I think it's best you go dominate out there, you make your money, you get your bag, you have fun. And then when you're done, you come back to the NBA, you come back to the Warriors, go be a talking head, and you're around the game. In the game right now, MPJ, you think it's a good trade or bad trade? And please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. If you already are, thank you so much. And if you haven't, help us hit 1,000. And if we are there when you watch this, keep us growing, baby. New perks are coming to you. Bye, y'all.